Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is James Caldwell. We are continuing on here with my series. We are talking about R&B Divas Atlanta Season 3. Tonight was the finale. And it was a real nice finale. Different for reality shows. It was a feel-good thing. We covered Monifa and Therez's wedding. So that's what we actually ended. We ended on a really good note. It wasn't this whole big drama fest and all of that and things being cleared up and all of the craziness. It was just, they ended it with a really, really beautiful wedding. Now it had its ups and its downs as well. You know, when we first came in to the episode, we were actually getting to see Monifa and Therez. They were actually tasting the food and all of that. What stuck out, I thought was really nice. They actually had all the drinks were purple because, you know, Therez actually calls Monifa the Purple Princess, and, you know, she loves purple. So the drinks were purple. So that was really cute, and it just went right along with the whole Hawaii theme thing. So we got to see them do that, all the things that are really in with the wedding. We got to see them enjoying themselves there in Hawaii. Angie and Ashanti and Selena and her husband actually went surfing. That was a hot mess. Selena's husband was giving them, y'all got that bullshit. I'm not fucking around with that water. I can't drink all that water, and y'all got it to do. And he sat on the beach drinking a drink and laughing at their ass, getting their asses tore down in that water. That water was tearing their asses down. You'd hear a little scream, and then you see their ass up in the air. It was a mess. But all of that was fun to watch them doing that. Selena, you know, I love Selena. She's so goddamn silly. She goes, I don't know why we keep thinking we're athletes. So it was real nice to see them, but they were having a good time. Then we had a scene where it was two scenes actually, and they're kind of spliced them, but it was Selena and Kiki walking on the beach, and they were discussing the one night only that they just had finished. And Kiki was expressing her disenchantment with this whole Latavia situation. Kiki, we hear you, because, yeah, we all at some point got sick of Latavia and her bullshit. And Kiki was just like, you know, it's just not, it's a mess. And the whole fact that she didn't do a whole set and everything like that, it really wasn't fair to the girls. You know, everybody else got paid. She's getting paid, and the bitch didn't do anything. You know, if they need a lip sync artist, they're going to call somebody else. But anyway, and the other part of it, they actually had Mila and Latavia on the beach. And Latavia and Mila's talking like someone did something wrong to Latavia. They felt as though Latavia had been picked on. Latavia is full of shit. Absolutely full of shit. And while we're on the subject of the new girls, let me just say this. It clicked for me tonight. There was something that always kind of bothered me whenever Mila went into her confessionals. And it was that every time she went into confessionals, she was very condescending. She was like, oh, it's this, that, and the other. I mean, no matter what it was, she always came off as condescending. Like everything was beneath her. Well, you know, that's cute. That's kind of what I always got from her. And it irritated me the whole season. So I'm just going to say this, and this is just me. This is me speaking. If we get a season 4 of Atlanta R&B Divas, just pick 2 new ones. We don't need to see Mila or Latavia back. I'm just saying. We don't need to see neither one of them back. That was a bad pick. There was a bunch of other people they could have put in that platform. And I think if you come back, please find some other people to put in that platform. If you need any help, give me a call. I'll give you a list of names. But don't bring them 2 bitches back. Anyway, moving on. They decided to take the girls, Monifa and Therez, decided to take the girls to a luau, an actual Hawaiian luau, the night before the wedding. It was really, really nice. They got to do belly dancing. They got to get up on stage and carry on. And just, it was really nice. Everything was just rolling. You know, everything was really, really good. Kiki was in her feelings. So she had things that she really wanted to get off her chest. Now, the thing is, timing, Kiki. Her timing. Why now when we're in Hawaii do you feel like you want to get your shit off your chest? But this is what she's doing. So she went after Latavia first. And she's asking her, are you a diva? You know, just put her right on the spot. About the not singing and all that stuff. And Latavia was getting pissed. And Mila wasn't liking it very much. And so they continued on, and then the other girls kind of like chimed in, and they were saying they just, you know, at this point it's become like a laugh at the fact that she doesn't sing or doesn't want to sing, and she's always getting out of it and making lies, and she's always sick and all that. So they're like clowning and laughing. So then they give her a scenario. They're like, okay, girl, so what are you going to do if we're somewhere and they bust out and they just give you the mic? Now, what you going to do now, Latavia? You going to sing? You going to make excuses? What you going to do? Well, she felt like this was her moment to shine. So she gonna bust out and break out singing. I said, oh, okay, she got her confidence up, okay? She's feeling her fish. So she sang them two lines at that show. She broke out the croaking baby, and I just looked at her. Too late. Too late. They gave her that mic, and it took me a minute to figure out what fucking song she was singing. What? I was like, oh. Then I heard her say, and I'm feeling good. I said, oh, bitch, bye. Goodbye, girl. I said, okay, whatever. Spot for a player, honey. Anyway, so they left her alone. Then Kiki decides she wants to get off her chest how she felt about the fucked up, botched, shady-ass international tour thing with Angie. So she goes in and she starts in on Angie. Angie gets all defensive, gets mad, gets up and walks away. Ashanti ends up seeing her going on past because all the girls were at the table, and he's wondering what's going on. So when Angie tells him, now this big punk motherfucker going to come back to jump on Kiki, didn't like it, wasn't a good look. I was not a fan. Not at all. He approached Kiki, but we know Kiki, right? Nutball Sally. She was like, oh, yo, She's like, you can talk to me, but don't ever come up on me and start your conversation with first of all, because that don't work for me. She went right there with him. You know, then now he wants to get the spotlight off of him and Angie. So now he's talking to her, trying to be smart, and he going to say, Michael, come get your wife, dude. Really? First of all, Shanti, you ain't got no business in her motherfucking face, no way. Okay? You got no business in her face with all that old defensive shit. You and Angie were both defensive because the two of you motherfuckers were shady. You were shady. The business deal was shady. And y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want. You can tell any lies you want. You and Angie. She's still throwing it on him. Well, I didn't know because I had two Fuck you, Angie. You're lying. You're lying. You were lying, bitch. You made the money. It is what it is. Selena told you she forgave you, but I guarantee you, she ain't gonna do no motherfucking business with you no more going forward. I can't even imagine that she would. Because you done apologized 22 times, but it ain't nothing but Apollo lying is what you did. You Apollo lied because you were lying. You and your boyfriend, who won't marry you, and that's a whole nother thing. You keep on going on and on about him marrying you. Fucking who begged some motherfucker to marry him? And she 100 years old. Fuck it. It is what it is. Y'all lied. Now leave it alone. But then punk ass Michael, who I just can't stand, he never brought his motherfucking punk ass over there to get with what was going on with his wife. He just left her on her own. That's why she acts so fucking crazy. She ain't got no backup. She got to back her goddamn self up. Michael never the fuck did show up. She ought to do him a favor too. When they get back to the States, she ought to pack him a bag and send that motherfucking punk bitch on his way. Some old motherfucker standing up over me talking shit and you don't even come. If you didn't think you could whoop him, you take that ass whooping. You don't just leave her over there by herself, Michael, you punk bitch. But anyway, moving forward, see, because I ain't got upset now. Motherfucker. Moving forward, Kiki handled that motherfucking shit. And she got Ashanti right the fuck up off of her motherfucking back. And they ended up, you know, Angie apologized and shit, sat back down. But Ashanti was still feeling some kind of way. But I guess he was, because he approached that woman and she shut his ass the fuck down. So I guess he should have been feeling some kind of way, because he ain't never had no business taking his motherfucking ass up over there. But anyway, they squashed it and they moved forward. And I was like, okay, cool. When we came back in, we went right on into the wedding. The wedding was absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that Mo's walk, she walked down the aisle by herself and met her mom at the other end. You know, her mom's a woman of a certain age, so she didn't have to walk that long. It was a long runway. But I lived for the fact the runway for her and her correction, all that was literally over water. She walked over water. The woman who did Mo's gown did an excellent job. Beautiful. Because she went with black. Her wedding gown was black. Therese had a really nice black jumpsuit on. She looked really good. We know we love Therese. Therese looked good. She had the black jumpsuit. Mo had the mermaid gown. Beautiful. Beautiful. It was beautiful. And I was wondering how that was going to be, because Mo is short, and a lot of times short folks can't carry off that mermaid thing, but it was made to perfection for Mo. She looked gorgeous. Her hair was good. Her makeup was flawless. She was a beautiful bride. She looked really, really good. And again, when I was saying, why black though? But fuck, why not? I've never seen anybody do a black wedding gown that wasn't going with the goth thing. But being in Hawaii, and I'm sure they fought this out, but when I seen that, being in Hawaii, everything is filled with beautiful colors. There are beautiful plants and flowers and things everywhere. It's a colorful place. And when you put that stark black up against all that beauty, it just popped. Bam. Everything was just perfect. It was perfect. And she walked the aisle and met her mom on the other side. The wedding was gorgeous. It really, really was. It was gorgeous. I was so glad to see it. And that's what they ended on. They ended on a high note. I liked it. It was different for reality. It wasn't that hype, that adrenaline push. It was just something beautiful that they ended with. And that was it for season 3. R&B Divas Atlanta. We're going to come back. Y'all not done with me, and I'm not done with you guys yet, because part 1 of the actual reunion is coming up next week. So there's going to be a few parts, so you're not done with me yet. I'll be right back here with you guys again to cover the reunion. And they got that fucking messy ass goddamn Wendy Williams to do the reunion. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of drama Wendy can stir up and see what she's going to pull out. I'm sure we're going to hear more about Latavia and her bullshit, more about Angie and Ashanti and that bullshit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be interesting. But that's it. That's where I'm going to wrap this up. That is it for the finale of Atlanta's R&B Divas. You guys can thumb up or thumbs down the video. You know how that works. And follow me on Twitter at SpillItBoy, or you can go to my website as well at www.spillitboy.com. So I will talk with you guys real soon. See you later. Bye-bye.